This is Arrow.
It wasn't us.
Troy?
They hit the place before we got through the door. Tore it apart.
Jesus, Troy, you're talking about Capital Station? It is all hands on deck here. What the hell happened?
We busted Adler out.
You broke into a CIA black site to free Russell Adler. Are you out of your mind?
Something's going on, Jane. Something big. Okay, Adler was right.
The agency is compromised.
You're sure it's not Adler?
No, but the guys that hit the black site,
They weren't friends of his.
What guys?
it was the Pantheon. Same group that showed up out of nowhere in Kuwait.
There's no way that they can know about the black site unless someone inside the CIA is feeding them intel. Someone high up.
Is it Livingston?
Maybe.
Listen, Troy. They are pinning the attack on you, all of you. Woods, Case, Adler. You're on Interpol's most wanted list. Red notices all around.
Yeah, I got the picture.
I can help.
No,
It's better if you're insulated from any blowback.
Spare me the knight in shining armor shit, Troy.
You want to help? Keep digging. Look into Livingston.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
thanks. And Jane,
Yeah.
Don't trust anyone.
A liability? Seriously?
You'd never pass for Delta.
An interpreter then? You don't even speak Arabic. I'm wasting my breath.
I'm not taking a vote here. Okay, you're staying back. I want you here with Felix and Woods.
Well, if you have this figured out, I'm not just going to sit around. I'm going out.
Let her go.
Moving on. Adler, you sure that's all the lie we told you? Before you executed him?
You're in my world now, Marshal. Gonna have to grow up fast.
I'm listening.
Alawi knew the Pantheon had a presence in Iraq. It's part of a technology exchange with Saddam Hussein. Pantheon gets covering facilities. Hussein gets access to an experimental weapon.
But Alawi didn't know what the weapon was?
No, only that they're calling it the Cradle,
The cradle.
Cradle.
And it's in Iraq right now.
presumably. Alawi said it was in transit to a remote palace. Demonstrations taking place in a bunker underneath.
Hussein is a world-class collector of palaces. There are many on this map alone. Alawi was confident he knew the one.
Yes. This one.
Let's take a first-hand look then. We'll finalize plans soon and we'll ship out. Dismiss.
I'll take these.
Enjoy them, I brought them for you.
Figured. You don't usually smoke the shit brands.
Don't want you raising your standards.
Well, there's never been a better time to be cheap as hell.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I understand that in your own Adler-ass way you invited us to this place. Maybe you've got squatters' rights, but don't much care.
You got a point?
What I do care about, what I need you to understand is that this here is my team. You need us more than we need you, okay? We broke you out of that black site, and I just need an excuse to send you back. Bottom line, you're a stranger to me. All I got on you is your reputation, and it ain't all roses, Adler.
Well, you don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it might be best if you do, for you and your team.
I'll be the judge of that.
Ooh, a contest. So exciting. Should I get a ruler? By the way, Adler, I'm still waiting to get paid.
I had a little something stashed for you upstairs, but it seems I was robbed while on vacation.
Nah, you just loaned it to us. Forgot to tell yous all. Surprise.
I just think you and I should spend some quality time together. We should get plenty in Iraq.
My thoughts exactly.
That was a very long yap session. And my game is skipping, and I don't enjoy that, so I'm gonna try to fix it real quick. Alright, I'm gonna hope that it just works this time. Am I supposed to see that? Alright, let's talk to people.
Poor Savati. The nightlife around here is limited to owls and jackals.
Okay, he has nothing important to say.
I've known Adler since Nam. Give it 20 years. He'll grow on you.
He also said a magic word that made me have a glimmer of something. You have nothing to say to me. What about you?
Sup, Case?
How you holding up?
Figure in this line of work, you'll end up in all sorts of crosshairs. But the CIA's dedicated my life to our country, you know? I believed in its potential. Still do, despite everything.
What about Adler?
Adler expects everyone to Michael Jordan when he says jump. But I don't do no questions asked. Cat knows a lot more than he lets on.
You don't think we can trust him? I mean, that was kind of like one of the big points of Cold War was don't trust Adler, but whatever.
You've heard the rumors. Adler's a wildfire. Burns through whatever's in his way if he gets the job done. Thing is, I'm not dancing to that tune. We're putting an end to the Pantheon and getting out of this thing alive.
We got a job to do. We risked a lot to break him out.
Tell me about it. Woods is really maxing out his credit on this one. But he's got a hell of a large line of it.
Do you think we can fix this?
After Capital Station? Hell, I don't see the cavalry coming either. We're all there is.
Could Livingston be behind the Pantheon?
He spent the last year gunning for the old guard at Langley. Maybe he was the mole behind Panama, too. If it wasn't Adler, someone sure did a bang-up job making it look that way. I don't know, man. Can't say it all adds up.
That's all.
Sounds good.
They keep making a pretty big reference to what happened in Panama in Black Ops 2. And, like, don't get it twisted. What happened was pretty bad, but, like, most of these people weren't involved. Like, does it matter? I just wanted to come down here to see if anything changed. Let's head back up. See if there's anything new around the house before we talk to Adler. I do have stuff I could potentially upgrade. Is this new?
Well, it's been a few months since I went off the grid, but leads have been slow to turn up. Though I do get one anonymous tip out of Avalon. Pantheon may be partnering with one of the major crime factions there.
Nah, it's the same tape.
Now to others as
It's
well.
just in a different place every time.
Also to a one-time asset of mine to follow up. She has no extra grind there, so I'd be surprised if she turns me down.
I wonder if there's an achievement for listening to that tape every time. Because like I said, it's the same tape, but it's just in a different place every time I listen to it. Where is that again? I'm not sure I'm supposed to be seeing that. Anything new down here? I don't see why there would be, but... Any zombies? I wonder, is that tape still playing?
The record played the sounds of a rocket launch. I was disappointed.
Yep, it's still playing.
See it on film next day.
I guess it would have to be. Because if you didn't solve the puzzle, the tape would still have to be there. But I already solved it, so unless there's something else I'm missing... Don't need it. Hello.
There was a savvy play on someone's part to frame me for the Panama fiasco last year. The topic on everyone's mind. A mole inside Langley that gift-wrapped our best operatives for the Nicaraguan drug lord Raul Menendez. The papers incriminating me turned up at the exact time I started investigations into the Pantheon. Someone wanted me gone in a hurry. Well, mission accomplished. For now.
Okay. So, I don't know if that's new or not. I don't know if I just missed it. But that's the first mention of Raul Menendez. Very cool. They have an Activision game set up. And I can't tell what they're playing. Where is the staircase? Let's go upstairs and look at the thing that's bleeding through the entire building. Is this thing still over here? This might be new too.
It seems the KGB operatives that lived and worked here in the 1960s took orders directly from Nikita Dragovich, the Soviet general that Alex Mason and Jason Hudson terminated in '68. Activities took place here without the knowledge of Soviet leadership or the KGB itself. Almost like the Russian equivalent of the Pantheon.
Okay, so that's the mention of Dragovich. Cool. We're tying the older games in. I'm not sure if there's like a way to do that without doing what we're doing, but I bet. Sev, you were asking about Woods. No, it's not his favorite topic. In December of '89, he, along with Alex Mason, another operative Woods was tight with, went into Panama to capture Manuel Noriega. Some knew of their some knew of their op in advance, which led to Woods getting tricked into accidentally killing Mason. Afterwards, Woods was captured and shot in the knees by Raul Menendez, the guy who engineered the whole thing. With some help from a mole inside the CIA, Menendez was out for his revenge on Woods and purposefully left him alive so he would suffer through the aftermath. Sick son of a bitch, M. Okay, so yeah, all this new intel is just tying in what happened in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, which, like I said, is cool, but it's kind of on the nose, and it would be a lot better if it was just intertwined into the narrative, because the game takes place in 1991, 1989, when that happened was 2 years ago, so that means Menendez is very much still alive, because Menendez didn't even potentially die in Black Ops 2 until the end of the game, which is no longer canon, so as far as I'm aware, he's just alive. Along with... No, Krevchenko would be dead by now, but... Terry, I'm okay. Tell Mama not to worry about me, and tell her not to believe anything she hears about this in the news. Been almost 8 years since the Beirut barracks thing. Still haven't really sorted that shit out. Call it a supervisor's guilt, and now this. After the bombing, I went to Force Recon and eventually CIA because I thought I could be the difference maker. Well, I'm definitely getting my chance now. No one promised us an easy ride, and this one is going to be rough. Remember that I'm still me no matter what they might do to my name. I didn't get into this to be loved. They can't stop doing what's right when everyone thinks you're the bad guy. Remember that? Okay, there was no sign off, so like, whose note is that? Leather jacket. Is this Marshall's room? I don't know. Brings us into this goofball's room, and he has nothing, so... Is this house haunted? What in the hell is that noise? Alright, let's check our upgrades. Oh, I don't have any money. Okay. Never mind. I thought I had more money. What's outside? I don't know what changes between episodes, so... Or I guess missions, rather, but it is way brighter outside than it appeared to be inside. Anything new out here? Nope. Alright. Go back inside, talk to Adler, and then I guess just hop into the missions, because there's nothing here.
So, here we are.
Marshall's a good guy.
I'm sure he is. And so are a lot of operatives up on the memorial wall. A big heart will weigh you down.
How did you discover Pantheon?
I don't know if you had the pleasure of working with Jason Hudson. He was one of the casualties back in Panama. Just weeks before he died, he told me about a paramilitary group that may have infiltrated the CIA. Guess what they were called?
Do you know what the Pantheon is?
Hudson seemed to believe they were homegrown, maybe transnational, but American-dominated. Most likely military and intelligence expats. The recruits seem Western-trained, English-speaking. They know how to think like us, which makes them especially dangerous.
Okay, that kind of answers my question without actually answering it. Woods took a big leap of faith with you? Not really. I mean, everybody here knows about Adler. They know that he gets the job done. It's just his morality of how he gets everything done is questionable. Getting Adler on side wasn't really that big of a risk.
After Frank got out of Walter Reed, the news was that I put him in that chair. I was the one who compromised his Panama mission in '89, got Hudson and Mason killed, Woods injured. All bullshit. When I skipped town, I went silent on him, on everyone. Better he hate me than get caught in the net, but I guess it didn't matter in the end. So yeah, he did take a leap. He's loyal.
Unless I'm just completely missing the social cue here, that's a contradictory statement. Because, like, Woods isn't stupid. Woods is also very set in his own ways, at least from what I remember from what he would have been doing. He knows things that he's supposed to know, he doesn't know things he doesn't supposed to know, and I feel like he would definitely know who didn't set him up at the very least. I might be talking out of my ass here, but like, I'm just thinking out loud. Like, I don't think that Woods thinks Adler did it, because if Woods thought Adler did it, Adler wouldn't be here, and there's also like a pretty strong chance that Woods would have killed him by now, or at least tried to kill him. So, despite what he's saying, nah, I don't think Woods thinks Adler did it.
Last March, someone produced documents showing encrypted transfers. From the drug lord Raul Menendez to my personal bank account. I got wind of it before Langley called me in from Morocco. Decided not to get on that plane.
What exactly were you doing in Iraq last week? That was last week? all the stuff that's happened has happened within the span of a week?
I'd been in contact with Alawi since the beginning of the year. He wanted a red carpet out of Iraq and was willing to talk for it. As a Minister of Defense, his value was high, and he knew it. After coalition forces attacked, well, his timeline changed. I was to meet him in Kuwait and supply passage through Europe. Seems I wasn't the only one who knew his plans.
Nah, that's all for now.
Great talk.
I guess if the timetable is as quick as they're making it out to be, like Adler having those tapes around the house and then everything leading up into each other that quickly, I guess the timetable makes a little bit more sense as to why the messages seemed odd if Adler had been here like years or months ago. But, I mean, sure, I guess that makes sense, but... Alright, so Sev is gone unless she's outside. Oh, the car is gone. So the car is Sev's. Either that or she just borrowed it. I assumed the dirt bike would have been hers, but you know, whatever. Unless I just missed something else, that's everything. Let's head back in here. Woods is just sitting here staring at guns like he's working on a computer. But alright, that's where this little intermission thing ends. Let's just hop into the next mission.